Hi everybody, time for Mixed Media Mayhem. Hi, I'm Yvette Klenner, mixed media artist from Glendale, Arizona. I have been making fabric paper. I made 3 types of fabric paper, one with matte medium, one with Mod Podge diluted by half, and one with BA Elmer's glue diluted by 1/3. And the purpose of this is to compare and contrast the quality of the paper fabric I got. And it's very interesting results. The reason I did this is because several people on YouTube have been creating paper fabric, and it's a wonderful process. It can be used for so many things, but they use different products, and I wanted to test the products to see which one I liked best. Okay, I'm going to do a compare and contrast on fabric paper. So that means I have to make some fabric paper. Here's a nice piece of fabric, little batik. I'm going to put the good side down. They're both good sides. So, and this is a Teflon mat, so it's non-stick. I've got through these. Go ahead and do it right on top of the Teflon mat. Let it dry overnight. I'm using matte medium today because that's the first way I saw fabric paper made. I've seen several good tutorials on it on YouTube, so I'll put those tutorial links in the description below. So here we go. I'm using Liquitex matte medium for my glue. I'm just gonna squirt it on there. First I'll move it around with the card. And it's moving quite nicely, as I would expect matte medium to move. Very liquidy, so it doesn't need to be watered down the way Mod Podge does, or the way PVA glue needs to be watered down. And I think I put too much on, but no worries. We'll just work with it. I gotta make sure I get the edges quite well, because we don't want those to be weak. Now the first thing I'm gonna put down is some tissue paper that I have hanging around. Dollar store tissue paper, so it's not expensive, it's easy to come by. It's not a big deal if you make a mistake with it, because it's dollar store paper. I like these stripes. I like the colors. I'm a very colorful person, and therefore I like lots of color on my pieces. So that's the way I'm carrying it. Notice I'm trying to get all the bubbles out, but I'm not going to worry too much about that because the bubbles offer texture, and I love lots of texture. So, paper. Well, as you'll see in the other tutorials that I'm going to link in the bottom, is you're going to be using, don't worry about how the paper looks right now, because we're going to cover it up. It's all going to be covered up. It's going to be in layers, and so this layer will show through on the next one, and maybe the next few, and in the end you don't know what you're going to get until you're there. So here's a doily. I'm going to put that up here in the corner because it's cute. Here's an old let's see, what is this? Oh, no, don't want to get rid of. Here's an old envelope. I'm gonna go ahead and tear this. Put that over here. Lots of medium on that because it's nice and thick. Now these are going to be journals in the end. After I'm all done making the paper, after I'm done with everything, it's going to end up as a journal. I haven't decided what kind of journal. Most likely a gratitude journal, and most likely it will be a gift. I'm making quite a mess. This is a messy project. There's no way to do this without getting messy. So just put on your old clothes. Do not wear good clothes for this. Have a ball. Okay, let's put on something pretty now. I have some Angelina fibers left over from another project. I'm just going to stick those on there. I love these colors. If you've never used Angelina fibers before, I highly recommend them. They are basically plastic fibers that you heat. You can either heat them with an iron to make a sheet like these, or you can heat them with a heating tool to make shapes, make other shapes besides paper style sheets. And it's just so pretty and so shiny. I hate to say it, but I like shiny things. My mother used to like shiny things. And that is one thing I got from her. Okay, here's a little more cardstock. I'll put it here because it's very light there. Pretty little flowers on there, some words. I'm not gonna worry about that. Make sure I have plenty of that medium. Cover the Angelina fibers and the cardstock. We'll see how this turns out. This should be fun. But I really wanted to do this comparison because a lot of places use the Mod Podge, the 2-to-1 ratio of water in Mod Podge, where some people use 2 parts water, 1 part Mod Podge. Some people use equal parts water and Mod Podge. So I'm going to try equal parts, but so the next one will be Mod Podge. And I probably won't video that one. I'm just going to video this one, because I haven't seen people on YouTube using that medium, even though the original instructions I've seen for this call for matte medium. I found these nice little cards at the dollar store one time, and they're very thick, but they're very pretty. They've got these little leaves in them. To show a little bit. They're just blank cards, blank greeting cards, and they're very absorbent. the way this is looking, but I don't think I'm ready to let it be done yet. But it's very important that you use plenty of adhesive, because when this dries, it's going to be one coherent piece. You want it to be one coherent piece. When you cut into it to make whatever it is you're going to make, you want it to be one coherent piece, all stuck together, as if it was meant to be that way originally. As you can see, I've got some air bubbles I'm working out. I like the texture that's going on here. Let's see, here's some small pieces of tissue paper. I'll put those around. I love going to the dollar store and picking out, finding new tissue paper, because you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes all you can find is white. White is still useful, especially during this process, because you put a white sheet of paper over the whole thing when you feel like you've got enough, and you feel like you're done. Then you put one sheet of white paper over the whole thing to seal it, kind of holds it all together. Let's see. Okay, now if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you like this video, please like it and be my first subscriber. Oh boy, that would be, I would love that. In fact, whoever's my first subscriber, I will make you a free journal. All you have to do is subscribe and message me over Facebook with your address, and I'll send you a free journal. And it will be with some of this paper. Okay, now let me go grab a piece of white. I like the way this is looking. Let me put a little bit more over here. Make sure it's all nice and gooey. Get as many air bubbles out as I can, so that when I cut it open after it's dry, it will be one cohesive sheet. That's why I like those dollar store cards. I haven't been able to find them again. I bought them about 5 years ago. I haven't been able to find them again. They're so very, mulberry paper is what the word I was trying to think of. They're like mulberry paper. And they're very absorbent. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab me a piece of plain white tissue paper, and I will be right back. Here it is. I'm gonna put it over the whole thing. Smooth it down the best I can. Nice. You can still see the hearts and cowgirl stuff. I still see the butterflies. I still see some of that pretty blue, some of that mulberry paper. I'm going to go ahead and put some more, the last layer of matte medium on it. Just first I'm going to make sure all of this is down really well. So I'm going to use the squeegee thing. You have to be very gentle at this point, because everything is very wet. So you have to be very gentle. Okay, I like the way this is looking. Now when this is dry, after I do the comparison between the matte medium, the Mod Podge, and PVA glue, I'm We can add more interest by stamping this. We can add more interest by adding paint. We can add some glitter. If my first subscriber likes glitter, we'll add glitter. Okay. Here's my Teflon sheet. Somewhere under there is my fabric. There it is. Very pretty. And so I'm gonna let this dry overnight. Probably 24 hours, a good 24 hours. And we will, so I will see you then. Okay, so today I'm shaking up my Mod Podge. It's half Mod Podge, 1 cup of Mod Podge, 1 cup of water. Shake them real well, and now it's all shook up. And here we go. Now, one thing that's cool about fabric paper is it doesn't get, it's strong, but it's still flexible. So no matter how much I put down here, it'll stay flexible when it's dry. And this is how I got glue all over my hands, which, as I said before, is perfectly fine. It was kind of funny at the doctor's. My skin looking like my skin was peeling like a lizard. Now, the challenge when you use thicker cardstock like I am, the biggest challenge is getting the air bubbles out, because you don't want the air bubbles in. It'll, when you cut your paper open, then you'll have air bubbles everywhere, and that's not going to do you much good. Hi. I have the results, and I'm very surprised by them. The first one, this is the one made with Elmer's glue. I'm not happy with it. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's very flaky and shiny on the back and stiff. And it also, when it started drying, it automatically started separating. So I've got some separation here as well. I'm not happy about that. So no matter what, don't use the Elmer's glue. The next one, which is a little better, this is the one made with Mod Podge. Again, I have no separation on this one. The back, a little bit shiny, but not flaky. Definitely usable. It's not very flexible, like fabric paper should be. I can still use it, but it's going to be tough. So I'll probably use it with Coptic sticker stitch or something like that. Last but not least is the one I made with matte medium Liquitex. Very little shine, no flaking on the back, very flexible, whichever way I do it. This is my choice. This is my choice of glue. Another thing about matte medium that's above glue and that's above Mod Podge is that matte medium is archival safe. If you make a piece of art with matte medium, it's going to stay a piece of art. It's going to stay nice. It won't age like it will with Mod Podge and glue. Mod Podge and glue will eventually turn yellow and break down, whereas the matte medium will stay with you. So that's my conclusion. When you're making fabric paper, use matte medium if you want it to be of archival quality. If it doesn't matter whether it's archival quality or not, use Mod Podge, but don't make too many layers because it'll be too stiff to use. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and leave some comments below. I'd really like to know what you think about my little experiment. Have a good day. Meet Pookie. Meet Big Boy. Pookie and Big Boy are often going to be in my videos, either playing or barking. Say hi, Pookie. Mr. Lemmy Pie. Say hi, Big Boy. Quit moving. There you are. Hi, Big Boy. Now I got that song in my head. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Come on, shake up.